Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabe. I welcome you to Allele Weinberg principle. What is allele frequency? Allele frequency is the percentage of appearance of an allele in the genotypes of a given population compared to other alleles of the studied gene. For example, in ABO bloodstream system, there are three alleles: hemoglobin A, hemoglobin B, and O. Considering a group of three persons, one with the genotype hemoglobin A O, the other hemoglobin A, hemoglobin B, O. The frequency of allele hemoglobin A in this population is 2 out of 6. The frequency of allele IB is 1 out of 6. And the frequency of allele I is 3 out of 6. What is genetic equilibrium? Genetic equilibrium is the result of the Weinberg's law, a principle that affirms that under specific conditions, the frequencies of alleles of a gene in a given population remains constant. The Weinberg principle is not varied in the following conditions: for populations too small, in the occurrence of non-causal crossings, for population with many infertile members, in case of action of evolutionary factors like natural selection, mutation, and migrations. What is the mathematical expression of the genetic equilibrium for genes with two alleles? Is this statistical distribution the same as the statistical distribution of the respective phenotypes? Considering P the frequency of one of the alleles, and 2 the frequency of the other allele of a given gene in a population. In this population, individuals produce P gametes with the first allele for each gamete containing the second allele. Therefore, the probabilities of formation of homozygous genotype of the first allele is p squared. The homozygous genotype of the second allele is 2 squared. And of the heterozygous genotype is p2 plus 2p, that is 2p2. Since the sum of those probabilities necessarily is 1, the resulting mathematical expression is p squared plus 2p2 plus 2 squared, which equals to 1. In general, the number of genotypical forms is not identical to the number of phenotypical forms, since there are a dominance and other interactions between the genes that affect the manifestation of the phenotype. In hypothesis of the extinction of the dinosaurs is that the Earth had been hit by a gigantic meteor that caused the death of these big reptiles. In that case, the entire genetic pool of these animals has been destroyed, invalidating the Weinberg equilibrium. In genetics, what is this type of gene frequency change called? The phenomenon in which the large number of genes is destroyed or introduced in a population is called genetic drift. When a genetic drift occurs, the Weinberg principle is not applicable. What are the penetrance and expressivity of a gene? Individuals that carry the same genotype do not always manifest in an identical manner. The correspondent phenotype. This manifestation may differ in intensity from one individual to another, or even the phenotype may not manifest in the same percentage of the carriers. Gene penetrance is the percentage of the phenotypical manifestation of a gene in a given population of carrier individuals, same genotype. Gene expressivity is the degree or the intensity of the phenotypical manifestation of a gene in each individual or group of individuals that carry the gene, same genotype. The gene penetrance and gene expressiveness may be influenced by the environment. Why is a balanced frequency of different alleles of a gene in a population more useful for the survival of that population facing environmental changes? For a trait conditioned by two alleles, for example, capital A and small a balanced frequency between allele A and allele A is more advantageous for survival. For example, in an environmental situation in which the AA homozygous phenotype becomes incompatible with life, the presence of a good number of individual AA and a will result in better survival chance for the species. Another example, an environmental situation in which the dominant phenotype becomes incompatible with life. In this case, the existence of heterozygous and recessive homozygous individuals is enough number may be fundamental for the survival of the species. Thank you very much for participating in Weinberg principle. Please do like, share, and subscribe.